Welcome to the Bandito Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The Indiana Fever let the win streak continue. Caitlin Clark, another 20-point game. Kelsey Mitchell, another 20-point game. Michaela Timpson continuing to excel as a starter in this league. And Sophie Cunningham gets checked in to a resounding sea of boos, and she shoves it right up that crowd's you-know-what. Sophie Cunningham, 13 points off the bench, 3 for 3 from 3. You keep booing Sophie, and she only gets stronger. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. 5 dubskis in a row for the Indiana Fever as they won 101-95. Kelsey Mitchell left this game early. I believe it was late in the third. She went to the locker room and didn't come back out in the fourth quarter. I hope everything's okay with Kelsey Mitchell. It would suck if Kelsey Mitchell, maybe, I don't want to even speculate, maybe the rhabdo, I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully she just needed a breather. Hopefully nothing that's going to keep her out for an extended period of time. Worst case scenario, hopefully we have her back in time for the playoffs. But again, Kelsey Mitchell, hope you get healthy. You came out today on an absolute heater. 14 points in the first quarter. You were looking like you were about to give us a 40-piece for the game. So I definitely wish you a speedy and healthy recovery. Michaela Timpson continues to excel as a starter. Caitlin Clark, some sloppy turnovers. That third quarter, she had 5 turnovers in the third quarter. And the difference, the turnovers that I don't like that Caitlin Clark does is when she dribbles the ball off her heels, dribbles it off of her thigh, tries to get fancy with the basketball. The Brett Favre style turnovers where she just tries to fit into a pass into a window that wasn't there, I'm cool with that. The sloppy with the dribbling, I'm not too happy about. But hey, it happens. It happens. She's been far more careful with the ball as of late, so she was due for one. I'm not going to destroy her too much, but I would be remiss if I didn't make that point. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, no better backcourt duo. 16th game this season, the most by a duo in WNBA history in a single season, with 20-plus points each. This backcourt, I mean, is there a better backcourt in the league? No. And they got to win a championship together, but is there a better backcourt in WNBA history? Seriously? I want somebody to show me. Yeah, I'm being hyperbolic. Oh, but you just started watching the WNBA. Yeah, so what? So what? So what? These two are an absolute monsters together. You can't stop them. You can't stop them. 20 games in a row for Kelsey Mitchell, tying A'ja Wilson for the most consecutive games, scoring 20-plus points. Now, before we get into the highlights, let's take a look at the box score, shall we? 101-95, the Indiana Fever win. Indiana Fever come out scoring 33 points in the first quarter. Like I said, Kelsey Mitchell, 14 points in the first quarter. We scored 24 in the second, 24 in the third, 20 in the fourth. We faded off towards the end. There's no question about it. But you also saw the offense working, trying to adjust without Kelsey Mitchell in there. That's all it was. They're not used to playing without Kelsey Mitchell for an extended period of time, and they needed to adjust. And it took a while to adjust. That third quarter, bad turnovers. But I'm not going to overreact because, honestly, I had a pretty good time watching that game. Maybe it was just the chat was so good. We had such a great time in the venue. Salute to all of you. But I actually had a pretty good time watching the game. I wasn't going delirious. I wasn't losing focus. I actually enjoyed that game for the most part. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you thought about that game from an enjoyment standpoint. Like I said, Kelsey Mitchell, 29 points for Kelsey Mitchell, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She was a plus 20 on the floor. Let you know how much she was cooking. Caitlin Clark, 24 points, 7 assists, 7 turnovers, 4 for 9 from the three-point line, 6 for 7 from free throws. Again, we already talked about the 7 turnovers. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Lexi Hull, 4 points for Lexi Hull, 6 rebounds. Lexi Hull, 5 rebounds in the first half, gets 1 rebound the rest of the night. She did play good defense on Marina Mabrey late in the fourth quarter. as the Toronto Temple were coming back. The Toronto Temple were down by as much as 17 points throughout this game. Down by as much as 17. Comes back, cuts it to 10, comes back, cuts it to 7, cuts it to 5. They had a chance to really get it real close late in the fourth, but Lexi Hull does play good defense on Marina Mabrey, forces a turnover. Aaliyah Boston, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Michaela Timpson, 8.7 rebounds. Folks, I think I'm at the point right now where, in terms of finishing around the rim, Michaela Timpson is number 3 on this team. Caitlin Clark, 1. Kelsey Mitchell, 2. Michaela Timpson has my confidence, 3rd highest on this team when it comes to finishing around the rim. I have the utmost faith that she's going to make the shot, and I have the utmost faith that if she doesn't make the layup, she's going to grab her own rebound and either kick it back out to start it back up or get back and make the layup. I am a fan of Michaela Timpson in the starting lineup, and the team plays better with Michaela Timpson in the starting lineup. Sophie Cunningham, like I said, 13 points off the bench, 3 for 3 from three-point line, 4 for 5 from the field. Ty Harris, 2 points. Mo Billings, 3 points. Mo Billings is robbing the Indiana Fever blind. She wasn't a contributor starting. She's not a contributor off the bench. Meanwhile, the Toronto Tempo off the bench, not to compare players, but Anissa Morrow gets 14 and 16 off the bench. Anissa Morrow, an absolute hound off the bench for the Toronto Tempo. Meanwhile, Monique Billings is throwing the ball off the rim and not catching passes and turning the ball over twice in 10 minutes. Not good. Myshines Allen was a little bit sloppy today as well. Let's get into some highlights, shall we? Like I said, Sophie Cunningham getting booed as she checks in to the game. Now, honestly, from this video, it doesn't sound too much like boos. Well, you can hear the person holding the phone boo, but it sounds a little bit 50-50. However, during the actual gameplay, you really hear it rain down.
Pull up from anywhere.
Here's Cunningham. Hearing the boos as she touches it.
And that's when you really start hearing the boos. And then she goes to the free throw line.
Pass. Scan the QR code and subscribe today for just $14.99 a month. Cunningham misses the second.
But the good thing about Sophie Cunningham, she doesn't give a damn about your boos. Because you know what she's going to do? She's going to come out and she's going to shove it right up. She's going to stick it where the sun don't shine. Here she is. Coming up. Caitlin Clark fighting her in the corner. Sophie Cunningham for 3. Bang. Here she is. Creating her own shot. Myshines Allen set a nice screen. Sophie Cunningham, 3 feet behind the line. Bang. Sophie Cunningham on the run with Ty Harris. Trailing the play. Catch. Wide open 3. Bang. Sophie Cunningham. Hey, you want to boo Sophie? She's not one of these players that folds under pressure. Hashtag I said what I said. She's not going to fold under pressure. She's going to stick her chest out and go like this after she hits a 3 on your home court. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. Caitlin Clark hitting back-to-back 3s to start out the first half. Crossing half court. Side dribble. Pull up. Bang. Caitlin Clark again. CC to AB. Brush screen with Kelsey Mitchell. Catch and shoot 3. Nice play. Now, Kelsey Mitchell did get injured or did leave the game early. We'll have more on that tomorrow morning. But man, did I grow a fondness for Kelsey Mitchell watching her tell Marina Mabrey to get the F off me. I got to be honest, this was awesome.
There's a smile on her face. I have not seen her interact
Look at this.
with a player like this.
Yeah.
This is it right here. She just puts the damn. Yes, Kelsey. This is what we need. Yeah, Kelsey's not mixing where, hey, I ain't friends with you, man. I ain't friends with you. Hey, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that over here. Yeah, this was Demon Kelesy came out for a second. She tries to keep this under wraps. She doesn't try to let this part come out. Kelesy was like, oh man, hey, I'm gonna have to show Marina Mabrey what it really is around here. I'm gonna have to show Marina Mabrey, hey Marina, I might be quiet when I play, but I ain't taking this. I might be nice when I play. I might not do a lot of talking, but I ain't gonna let you just put your hands all over me. You got me effed up. And Marina Mabrey tucks her tail and goes into the corner. Fake bully? Wow. And here we go. Caitlin Clark doesn't look too thrilled about Stephanie White calling a timeout late in the fourth quarter. Timpson inbounds it to Clark. Boom, Stephanie calls a timeout. Caitlin Clark does not seem too thrilled about that. Throws the ball at the referee. Let's see. Because she probably knew she was going to push it. Indeed. Indiana Fever won. That's 5 straight wins. We verse the Dallas Wings on Thursday. Then we follow up with the New York Liberty on Saturday. And then we have a home, and then we go against the Chicago Sky and Dijonais Dirtbag Carrington on Sunday. Appreciate everybody in the venue. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.